Hello, everyone. I had to adjust my audio settings, so let me know if you can hear us and we sound all right. Do we sound all right, friends?
Do I sound all right as well?
You're quiet. Who's quiet? Both
Both good.
good.
Hmm. I just listened to the playback and we both sounded fine on my end, so I don't know.
Cool. Awesome. Well, on this episode of Top Clack, we're going to be talking about Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? I am a man of interests, joined by my co-host Quakums on this episode of Top Clack, which you might have noticed is a day early because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, which is a wonderful holiday full of food. I'm not sure what else it's about, just the food part.
Some people think it's about like giving thanks,
I'm
but
thankful for the food I get on Thanksgiving.
I shove food in my face.
Yeah, right. It's crazy,
We're,
crazy.
since we started the show, we already had 4 people sub.
Thanks,
Wow,
guys. You guys are
that's
awesome.
crazy.
We,
Yeah,
we love you
you
guys.
guys are you guys are great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Blows my mind. Fuck, dude. I should have closed my window. Like it's kind of warm in here right now, so I left it open. But fuck, man. All right, so that's how it goes. As you could probably notice, we do not have a guest today. Um, you know, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
Maybe next year we can have the turkey that the president pardons. You know how the president pardons a turkey every year from being dinner. Maybe next year we can have that turkey as our guest. That's just shooting that out
Or
there.
or we just get President Trump. Top clack featuring President Trump. How bad would that be?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Anyways,
Speaking
yep,
of no.
things.
I was assuming of bad things, but no, this isn't bad things. It's just the news. Because now we must do the news. Today we're going to do a bit of a quicker episode due to the holidayness of things happening. But
We're gonna do a
that's
properly timed episode.
crazy,
Aiming
crazy.
for an hour and a half. I know it's nuts. But yeah, but we still have a full news doc and we have a little discussion to talk about as well, and of course we'll have Q&A at the end as always.
But you know what goes good with nuts, Brian? Fruit goes great with nuts, and our first news topic involves a fruit. It's DSA Peach. Oh yeah.
It's pretty great. Um,
Oh man.
so
Thank you for that.
and you're on top of your game on Wednesdays apparently.
Tell me about DSA Peach, Brian. What's
All
this
right. Well,
about?
DSA Peach is a group buy that's being run by Z Frontier, one of our partners, and it's pretty interesting. It's DSA profile, and it's done by Key Creative, so it's not Signature Plastics. I actually don't know much about Key Creative. I assume it's a Chinese company manufacturer, but either way, pretty nice looking caps. These renders are gorgeous. Probably done by like Thesis Camper or something. And you got lots of choices as you often do with DSA or SA sets. You got 2 different alphas there. You got white or the kind of more yellow ones. I'm not the biggest fan of the yellow ones, but I feel like it's more true to the colorway. I prefer the white ones personally. The price is not too bad though. You get alphas for $52, modifiers for 44, so you can fit a lot of standard boards for under $100, and then to fit the more slightly more obscure layouts that Huey and I like to use, like HHKB for instance, then you'll need an adapter kit number 2 or whatever, which is another $16. So not terrible on price, pretty good. Lots of options. What do you think about this set, Huey?
I'm with you. White alphas all the way. Um, Mostly because it gives me more of a Valentine feel, which I like a bit more than that weird creamy yellow, like squash almost. But fun fact for you, Brian, there's a separate kit that's just 2U shifts.
Don't make me have more nightmares than I already have here.
But this is a PBT DSA set, and not the ABS. That's the other material. Derp. The legends are, they call them air die subbed. The packaging.
What do we know what air die subbed is in relation to the more traditional die sub? Because I don't.
Maybe a translation error. Probably not. But yeah, maybe someone can shed some light on that. But that's gonna be interesting. I like how packaging just says a zip bag, not a Ziploc bag. Probably the licensing for saying Ziploc is so expensive. Who knows? But it ships in a zip bag. Novelties, all right. The Peach.
I like the novelties.
Peach, I think the actual Peach is the only one I like for the novelties.
The set vaguely reminds me of Hana, and I really like Hana.
I think it's nice for a lot of people that there is a separate 40% kit, especially because how popular they've been lately. But other than that, it's also interesting they have both a separate 40% and a separate ortho modifiers kit. So I guess it's very specific depending on what kind of 40% you have. Everything else is fine. 7U spacebar included. These weird, an extra 1.25 plus 2.25 plus 2.75 blinks, which I guess is for people who are the split spacebar people out there.
Splitters.
Yeah, no, splitters are for split keyboards. People who do split spacebars are just wrong. I don't have a name for them. They're just wrong.
Yeah, that's an interesting kit though. Looks like they really try to cover all bases at the very least.
Yeah.
Even like two, like you mentioned, the 2Us. Like you get 6 2U keys in this pack.
So an interesting thing that I've noticed that Z Frontier has been doing is they don't have an MOQ. It's just, we're gonna do this set. Here's how it is. Let go my ego. Yeah. So it's nice. It's nice for people who might be worried about things about MOQ. No MOQ, nice and easy. If you like it, go for it. Z Frontier is pretty cool.
Yeah. I found a typo on the bottom. Key Creative Starry Night DSA. This isn't Starry Night.
Oh no, this is, man.
This is Peach.
That's some copy pasta errors right there.
Yeah. Anyways, I think it's a pretty nice looking set.
Yeah.
Group buy goes from November 20th to December 11th. And yeah, looking to ship out March 2018, so not too bad, a few months away.
Not too bad. You know, fruit needs a lot of nutrients to grow, and what other great way is there than rain? That's too easy. Too easy. Oops. Too easy today. DCS Rain. Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Run by Evan of the Van Keyboards, which is he's a great new updated site. I like the look of his new site, by the way. New aesthetic he's been going for. Keycaps are on hand and ready to roll.
Yep. So center printed DCS compatibility, by the looks of it, is just for the Minivan and Roadkit. So, I mean, not too uncommon. We've seen him push this kind of stuff before, where he likes to just support his Minivan, which, in his defense, is a fairly popular 40%. But it sucks that we're also not able to get these kind of key sets that he's running for other keyboards. But yeah, I think the price is a little high, but I think that's probably partly due to the fact that MOQ for this is probably pretty low, or he's not going to sell very many units or buy very many units himself.
And he did front all of it. It's ready to ship. Like, he's like, here it is. I have it. If you have a Minivan, kind of a great option. Yeah. To be honest.
No, yeah, that's really cool. I mean, obviously, when other people do the waiting for us, it's even better. Especially when it's not a group buy, they just front the money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the colors are fine. I'm not in love with it. It's like just like purple and like dark gray or purple and black or whatever. It's whatever.
Very similar to the original DCS Bro set. If you remember that, the black and purple.
Yeah, I'm not really sold on the center legends, but that's just me. I think they look kind of goofy on DCS profile or like cherry profile.
They look a bit weird, yeah, a bit weird. I think that they work all right for the modifiers, but for the alphas,
So, I mean, if you're ready to drop another 120 bucks on your minivan because you like purple, then there you go.
Moving on, after the nice rain has passed, you can unfurl your, I guess you can roll up your tent as you continue our camping trip for GMK Camping. Originally ran in SA, now comes to us in the GMK format. Good compatibility, I'd say. Interesting colors. People like things like this, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, green has always kind of been one of the underused colors in like community custom key sets. So, I mean, this is kind of one of the ways to counteract that. You just make more sets in green.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks fine. It looks nice. I thought it looked nice in SA. Green isn't really my preferred color, but it's nice that people have the option. I like the novelties a lot.
Yeah, novelties are kind of really what makes this set, in my opinion. That campfire key, loving it. Other than that, like I don't know, like I don't even know like what I'd put this on if I had it.
Yeah.
That's always like the issue with a lot of people in green, which I guess is kind of the reason there aren't many green sets. But I think this green, because it's more of it's a darker kind of, it's not like, as loud as a green as, my typewriter, right? Where basically I can only really put this on this green case, or if I get a silver board in the future, a silver case. I kind of feel like this kind of has the same issue, which is you can find some anodized green something, which is also hard enough as is, or silver, or micro arc whites.
That could be cool. That might match the alphas really well.
I would say
because the alphas here are a little bit creamy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Would you get this, Coniferous, or Royal Alpha for your green GMK set if you had to get a green GMK set?
Oh boy. Probably this.
Yeah, I'd probably get this too.
Coniferous was kind of meh to me, and Royal Alpha is cool, but it's also not really my thing. I don't particularly love any of the three sets, but if I had to pick one, I would get this one.
But it is in the interest check phase. We will find out more information, hopefully soon.
If it hits group by phase,
if it's group by phase, yes. Moving on to something that is
in group by phase, technically.
It's being dropped like it is hot.
We got Tai-Hao cubic profile jukebox colorway, in two variations. You got your a little bit more traditional jukebox, and you have one with all red modifiers. Cubic profile is something that they launched not terribly long ago.
Almost a year at this point, I think, for the first cubic
Really?
set. Yeah. Maybe less than that. Maybe like 8 months.
I received mine like 3 months ago or less. So I bought into the first cubic drop because it's like a $20 set or whatever, and it was a new profile and it looked okay. So I was like, I'll spend $20 to see what it's all about, and I still haven't really given it that much of a try. But like I tried a little bit, like it felt okay. Didn't feel as good as Cherry, but it felt a little bit better than OEM. I think it looks a little bit better than OEM. The only problem I have with this here is the price. I think at $60 for like your base kit, which is pretty much only for standard layouts. $60 seems a little high because that's the price range where you start competing with Enjoy PBT, who offers not only Cherry profile PBT caps that are die subbed, but much, much, much more compatibility for that price. So I think the price is a little bit of a letdown here. I would have much rather have seen this at like $30 to $40, and then you can pay for the add-on kits.
Yeah.
But the final drop is $50, and right now it's at 60. So not terribly intriguing in my opinion because of that. But this is also the first time where we've seen a Tai-Hao set that has additional kits for compatibility.
And the first time we've seen a Tai-Hao set have permission to use a colorway from the creator.
That's true. You want to something that kind of looks a little goofy though? Look at the numpad kit. Legends are centered on the alphas.
Yeah.
But legends are not centered on the rest of the alphas of the sets. So kind of an inconsistency there. I think that would look kind of goofy if you have centered legends for your main alphas, then on your numpad alphas they're centered, non-centered on your normal alphas. Sorry.
At least this is a step for increasing compatibility for Tai-Hao, which for a lot of people has always been an issue because a lot of people like the price because it's, bottom of the barrel pricing. But it's always been really bad at compatibility. So
yeah, but now these molds are made.
Yeah, they exist.
Now these molds are made, so Tai-Hao can continue making cubic profile sets in popular colorways. Hopefully for a cheaper price, slightly, but it is what it is. Yeah, this is a cheaper way to get your jukebox experience if you can't find or don't have the money for the SA version, which is often pretty expensive on the aftermarket.
Yes,
it's a popular set.
It is.
So,
speaking of SA that isn't overly expensive at the moment because it's in the group buy phase, the Maxkeys Berserk SA keycap set run by our partners at Kono.store, Evangelion themed, which is always a big plus. What do they have for novelties? They have the new Nerve logo from the reboot series, the Sele novelty, and a few others. Yeah, man, this is hype. I love Evangelion, so I mean, yeah.
I think Evangelion is just okay.
Well, you know what? You're wrong. It's amazing.
Well, I never actually watched those, the alternate episodes or whatever at the end, the alternate last two or whatever.
Oh, well, one of them is a recap. Another one actually is it's basically a movie, a mini movie.
Yeah. Because the normal ending kind of bothered me. I didn't really care for it.
It's because they literally ran out of money. Why do you think the last episode was? Oh, okay, that's another discussion where I don't want to drag the news on too long because I can go on for a long time with this. But yeah, so $110. Group buy will be ending the end of December, so it's gonna be going quite a while. Fulfillment starts February 28th. SA profile made by Maxkeys, designed by Thesis Camper.
Do you like this colorway?
So something we actually did talk about, fun thing about that. Remember we talked about that on our Discord. Hey, if you guys aren't in our Discord, you guys should join. But you mentioned there aren't many sets where the modifiers are a lighter color than the alphas.
That's where I was getting at.
And I
think it's interesting because of that.
Definitely very interesting. It makes you look at the set a bit differently than you would a normal set IMO. From an artsy fartsy point of view. It's different kind of contrasts. For this colorway exactly, I don't know. I don't know if I actually do like it this way more than if they swapped the mods and alphas. But I still like this set a lot though.
I think this is better. I like this, even though I'm not an Evangelion fan. I still think this is pretty neat. And I like the lighter modifier keys. I want to see more of that. That's why I really like GMK Arrow. Like nobody cared about that set, but I really like GMK Arrow for that exact reason. Anyways, check it out. Kono.store. Our partners over at Input Club.
Also selling top Clack T-shirts.
Yeah, on that same site. You might as well. You can just get both.
At the same time. I mean...
Porque no los dos. Come on.
That is the end of our keycap news, but now we have some exciting keyboard news. We saw it on the picture for the DCS Purple Rain, but Evan now has the... Why do I have the homepage? Catalog. The Powder White Minivan and Roadkits for a good 200 smackerinos. Powder white looks pretty nice, to be perfectly honest. It's the
It
new
looks really cool.
USB Type-C Roadkit. I know a lot of people on our Discord are always like, Type-C is the future. Whether or not it is, that debate can be hopefully peacefully resolved on our Discord. But a lot of people are fans of it. Man, white looks pretty nice.
White is the new every other color. I mean, white. We're starting to see white a lot more. I mean, with micro arc, with powder coating,
Cerakoting.
Yeah, like there's options, and people are actually taking advantage of them. So pretty cool to see.
Orders will be shipped by Christmas, is what he says.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, awesome, and it also includes some genuine PCB mount stabs. Hardware, PCB, and case. So, not too bad. 200 for the minivan and 150 for the road kit. IMO a bit pricey for the road kit. For what it is.
Yeah, I'd like to see the road kit a little bit closer to 100, but oh well.
Oh well.
But you could buy a minivan and a road kit and DCS Purple Rain to cover it all, and that's what, $470.
So quite a while ago, I did a review this is a long time ago at this point, I guess, on the minivan, and comparing all the non-ortho 40%, this is my favorite staggered 40%. Like, if I was gonna get a minivan, I'd get this white one, to be honest, because white is the new every color.
Yep.
Moving on
to the Tex Yoda2 DIY kit, which
out of the park, KBDfans is hitting it with more and more goodies.
Yeah, this one seems a little pricey to me.
Dude, it's only like $20 more than the group buy price. The group buy was really expensive too.
Yeah, that price. Like, I've used a Tex Yoda2 in person. I don't think it's worth $300. Is what I'm getting at.
People like that nub mouse.
People like the nips, man. They like the nips. But yeah, for $303, you get the case, the metal plate, GMK branded PCB mount stabilizers. You get those like stock shine through ABS caps that look like garbage.
Garbo.
Yeah, you get LEDs, you get the track point module, USB cable. It is Type-C, so that's something. Screws, rubber stands, aluminum stands, and support for your 7U spacebar if you're more into that kind of thing like we are.
Which you should be. Yeah, I think it's actually great. It does support a winkeless bottom row. The only bad thing kind of about this is, like, unless you can get an OG Desco keycap set with the cutout for the nub, this is basically the only set you're going to be allowed to use, unless you're willing to take your existing set and, cut out notches on the G, H, and B key. Like, I was joking about that. I was joking about, like, I should do a stream where I take a Dremel to a GMK set to fit it on this board if I get this board. Oh, man.
$303 for this, and they couldn't even include switches.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in this. But hey, if you're really desperate for nipple, then this is how you get it. Apparently,
I mean, for some people, it's gonna be the best nipple they can get.
Yeah, and more power to them.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you can get, and that works for you, then nipple on, my friends. Nipple on.
Moving on. I don't know why it says interest check. This is a group buy, and now let's actually put the actual.
Yeah, I fixed the link even. The link is proper.
Oh, it's under the other news section for some reason. Here we go. Group buy Alf X2 60%.
Yes. Alf. I am actually using this keyboard right now.
Do I want to show it off? I want to see this board again over the camera.
I haven't fixed the layout yet. So the layout's gonna look really stupid. I know. It's because the plate only supports arrow keys and and stuff, and I didn't realize that until too late. I am going to fix the layout, but unfortunately, I am limited to 2U shift, 2U left shift, and I don't have a 2U left shift on any set, so I had to use the numpad 0. But that layout aside, I do have the case here, obviously.
See this? This is the size a left shift should be. This is a 2.25U shift for anyone who is watching.
Yeah, the proper size. But a pretty cool board nonetheless. I like this idea of having like these accents and weights in there, and then having them covered by acrylic. I think that's kind of a neat aesthetic. But pretty nice. These two things up here, they have little aluminum pads that you put in, and they're actually for micro switches. At first, I wasn't sure what they were for. I thought they were just kind of there, like for no reason, just design purposes. And then like I accidentally pressed one, and it's a very, very short press. It's like just barely, and they're volume keys by default.
Cool.
So that was kind of interesting to learn. But yeah, we're working on reviews for this, so that will come out. They will both be out before the end of the group buy, which I think was like December 12th, 13th, somewhere around there.
Let me scroll through. It ends on December 12th. Yes, and we'll be shipping out April 2018, but April 8, 20, okay, just April 2018. So
yep.
$280 for the base kit, and if you want to upgrade to the super fancy
micro arc oxidation, we're up to $335 USD. All cases have a stainless steel plate. Like there's no aluminum option. You're just getting stainless steel for your plate. Totally cool with that.
I'm cool with that too. Price wise for what we're getting,
I think 280 is pretty good. I mean, after experiencing this board in person and building it, I think 280 is pretty good.
335? Because the one you have is 335. Because
that's true.
That's the micro arc.
I do not think it's worth the $55 premium for the micro arc oxidation. If I were joining this group buy and we did not have this prototype, I would join at the $280 price point and just pick one of the anodized colors, and I would be very happy with it. Because I mean, unlike a lot of other customs, this comes with a PCB and like a lot of other stuff. So, you're already quite a bit cheaper than most other like higher tier 60% customs. You're like quite a bit cheaper in the long run. So, I like it. You can choose your bottom and top color. So there's a few different options there. You also have your choice in nameplate color. Unfortunately, it's not a custom nameplate. It just says Alpha X2. Then it just says Keyboard Advanced after that. But there's that. You can choose your cover buttons for your micro switches. I think $280 is fine here, and this is on Z Frontier, so that price is including shipping,
which is nice
which is very good.
Things.
Yeah, because this case isn't light either. This case is the same weight as my X60.
It is. It's like 5 pounds.
It's 4 pound or 4 pounds 6 ounces. So
okay,
which is the same, which is built, and that's the same weight as my built X60 with that big brass weight. So pretty hefty case. It's not light. Plus the packaging on this is really good.
We have pictures of the packaging on this. Like, let me see. Oh, where did it go? Where's that picture of there's a picture of the packaging right there. Oh man. Oh man, those little red. Are those red buttons aluminum as well?
Yeah. So those are what goes into the top housing to act as buttons for the micro switches, which are designed by Cherry. Fun fact. And yeah, like they barely feel like buttons. Like you kind of, I'm pressing them right now. It's like a very, very slight click.
They're actual micro switches, so.
Yeah. But pretty cool nonetheless. They are programmable. The whole thing is QMK powered. So, it's bad for people like me and Huey, but it's good for people that are smart.
I think it's great for people who are smart because they also have those 2 extra micro switch buttons to play around with for stuff, which I know a lot of people into the QMK will be like, I can do things with that. Like personally, I don't know what things you could do with that other than like volume or like layers, which I just hold down another button anyways. But for a lot of people,
it's still something. And they're really non-intrusive too. Like, so even if you don't use them, like they just sit there and it's fine.
Man, I'd love to get that white color, but yeah, you're right. I don't think I could justify. Personally,
Yeah.
I'm actually considering getting my own personal one, not the review one Brian has, because I don't want to use a 2U left shift because I think that's wrong, as you guys know. So, I mean, when I eventually do my review, I'll probably do a review of the sample unit, but I mean, I'll also be reviewing it as most likely as a person who will end up paying for this, which
Yep.
is a cool penny.
Yeah, and thankfully, if you're worried about the 2U shift and the aero cluster, that is just one of the options. You can get the normal 60% plate, which will
Proper
support
60% plate.
all the normal good stuff. The review sample that we got just happened to be the 2U shift with arrow keys. But either way, it's a really cool product. I think the price is really good for what it is after experiencing it.
$280
and,
shipped.
Yeah. Yep.
One minor niggle is I wish they started this a day later after the time TKL officially concluded. I'm not that much of a fan of like them stacking buys, but I mean it's only a day. It's not like they started this halfway through the time TKL.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I don't
probably my
know.
smallest niggle about this.
For me, it's like, if their team can handle it, then why not?
Very true. Very true.
Z Frontier. It's not like Z Frontier is just like one guy or like two guys.
It's a team.
So like they actually have a team. So if they can handle it, that's what matters.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Anyways, check it
looking
out.
forward to it. Looking forward to your review.
Oh yeah, review coming soon.
Okay, something really, really exciting that at least I have been excited for a long time. The Norbaforce. The group buy has officially started, folks. Woo-wee. This is a group buy not expected to ship until spring or summer of next year. He's given himself a lot of time, which is great.
Yep. We got to check these out at the NorCal meetup, and they are freaking awesome. They look so good. You guys have no idea. And there's a version of blockers. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Man, that astrophysical purple and space station white colors.
These are like the weirdest color names, but I love them.
Monte Carlo red. Venice
Enigma
Beach.
black. Royal wrinkle black. Like, what? Where does he get these names?
He's a creative man.
That's true. He's much smarter than we are. So maybe we're just missing something.
I do like
really
how he designed the case though, because there's no seam like in the middle where you combine it. The seam's on the bottom, so it looks seamless, which is great.
It's really clean. Yeah, really clean from the top down and the sides. Wait, what do you think about the price? $259 is the bottom of the barrel price here.
Going up to $370 for
for the
bottom of the barrel pricing is good. Top of the barrel pricing seems to be steep, to be fair. I understand that powder coating is a bigger process, so yeah, I was kind of wishing the high end would be like 340, up to 350, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'll probably sell a Viper to get this and have change left over. Dude, see the cable? The cable looks amazing, by the way. He also has a breakout board for USB-C, a premium USB-C cable, and breakout PCB for USB-C. So I guess the future really is here. If I go for this, which I probably will, I'm probably going to high pro mine and put Novatouch sliders on my HHKB instead.
Would you get the win keyless?
No,
blockers?
I would stick with the normal one because that's extra work that I want to do, because I need to use my Windows key, and you can't reprogram this board. I need to use my Windows key because I need Windows spacebar is how I switch from QWERTY to Dvorak. So when I play games, I need to switch over.
That's a
Otherwise, I
very good point.
would. If I could program the Real Force C7U, I would make my left alt Windows key, and then I'd be set. Then I'd for sure do Win keyless. Not an issue there. But because I can't reprogram this board, I need that key. I'm gonna keep it without the blocker, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I wish the price was a little bit lower. I'm not gonna lie. I think even the cheapest one at 259 is only just starting to become attractive there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very enthusiast level product, and I probably won't be buying one anyways. So it is what it is.
Speaking of, it is what it is. Hako switches are what it is. I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh my god, yes. Let's
Oh my
talk
god.
Hako switches
Yeah,
for a second.
let's like real talk, guys. Hako switches. Just got some right here in this whole fiel.
Yep. So we were lucky enough to take home some Hako switches from the NorCal meetup.
Into Go
Huey,
Cups.
in actually, yeah, I still have my Tigo cup. So we actually did a build stream a few days back where I built the Alf and Huey rebuilt his Fiel, and we both used Hako switches. He used the Hako Trues, and I used the Hako Clears. And I'm gonna be straight honest with you. These Hako Clears are fantastic. They're really, really good. Like and you guys know, like, I don't type on MX tactile switches aside from the Holy Pandas that I love, but like I want to type on these Hako Clears. So this is kind of a revolution for me.
That's a big deal because I had the
It's a big
Halo
deal.
clears and I thought the Halo clears were pretty good. And then you're like, Huey, make some Holy Pandas, and I was like, we'll see. And then I made the Holy Pandas, and I was like, I understand what you were saying, Brian. The bird is the word with these Holy Pandas. And now that you're telling me these Hako clears are apparently pretty good as well.
Yep. I mean, I like typing on Holy Pandas more, but as far as stock MX tactile switches go, this is as good as it gets
The
for
bee's
me right
knees,
now.
as you would say,
Yeah,
for a stock.
this is indeed the cat's pajamas, and I think you guys should go buy some Hakos. If you're not sure about if you want trues or clears, I would suggest just getting the clears because it's going to be a little bit more akin to what you're used to. Though I haven't typed on a full board of the trues, it's still kind of a more unique experience.
I would like to comment on this unique experience. I've told you, so a lot of people don't know. A big thing about Input Club is they like people to type correctly on mechanical key switches, and that means not bottoming out, because technically that's a pointless extra step, because it actuates halfway. You shouldn't really need to go further than like 3/4 of the press through, you know. So sorry, Hako Trues.
Oof.
I know, right? RIP,
Please.
RIP sponsorship.
Andrew's in chat too.
I
Rip.
know. Hako Trues, they really aim on getting you to type correctly. When I first typed on these, I used my old typing style like Brian does, and because normally we're pretty ham-fisted typers. Like that's pretty true. I bottom out every other switch I have. I don't bottom out these Hako Trues because of how the spring works. It feels heavy if you bottom out, but it doesn't feel heavy if you type correctly, which feels weird. Like when I was typing on these, I felt like there was like this spirit enigma of Hata standing over my shoulder, just whispering in my ear every time I type, like, "Don't bottom out, you scrub." Like, just like, okay, I won't bottom out. Oh. And slowly, kind of like how Stockholm Syndrome works, I was like, okay, yeah, I won't bottom out. And now it's like, yeah, I don't bottom out on this board, oddly enough, and it feels amazing. But if you're a person who bottoms out a lot, you won't like these right away. I will say that.
I do bottom out the Hako clears, and I love it. I love it.
But yeah, if you're a person who
So-
bottoms out and you just don't think you could ever change, Hako clears. If you don't bottom out or you think you can change like I can, Hako Trues are a pretty good bet, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
So,
We're going to be doing a Q&A later, and usually I wouldn't address questions right now, but for the sake of this question, I'm going to address it now. Melodet asks, for those who have used them, how's the weight? Been wondering if they might be a little too heavy for me personally. So neither of them are what I'm going to call light switches. The Hako clears, I think they use, it's either a 75 or a 78 gram spring. That's the bottom out force. So they're a little bit closer to something like a newer MX clear, or obviously like a 78 gram Zelio. So they're not light. And then the Trues use a even heavier spring at like, I think it's 95 grams or 100 grams, one of those two, in that ballpark. But the actuation on that one is actually earlier. That one actuates at like 55 grams, whereas the clears actuate at, I think, a little bit higher than that, like around 60 grams. So the spring on the Trues is a lot more bouncy because they really trying to push that proper ergonomic typing where you don't bottom out. But the clears use a little bit more of a standard spring. I think the spring is still really good, but it's a little bit more familiar. So if you struggle with like MX clears, you're definitely going to struggle here. But yeah, give the clears a try. I mean, they're not terribly heavy.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the fact it's pink salt slider. I will actually be having a video review of these switches, as well as a review of the Fiel, because I haven't reviewed this board yet, before this group buy ends. So watch out for that. I mean, I'm stacked with reviews, aren't I? This and the off, but yeah, video reviews for this is on the way for both the board and the switches. And this overpriced PCB.
We'll have some little reviews out on the Hako switches before the group buy ends, so that way people can hopefully make a more informed decision. But initial impressions so far for me for the Hako clears have been, if I could give more than 2 thumbs up, I would.
I will lend you a thumb or 2.
You know how much I love when you lend me thumbs, Huey.
But yes, those are the Hako switches. Yeah, pre-orders extended, which is always wonderful. Hunky dory, as the kids say.
$54 for 120 switches too, so less than 50 cents a switch. Pretty good price, considering that they fronted the cash for the mold. I would say that under 50 cents a switch for these is quite good.
And these are the only box switches that support in-switch LEDs. They have the cutouts for it.
Fun fact.
So they're through-hole and SMD LED compatible. Yay. Box switches, Brian and I are fans of. So, yeah, check it out. Also, something else you should check out if you haven't is I did a little video review on the Time TKL. Yay. You should check it out if you haven't checked it out. TLDR, it's a pretty cool board. I used Telios in mine. Also TLDR. For stock linears, Telios are the best I've tried so far. I mean, it took Brian a gun to his head to say it, but for me, it's like, yeah, that's what it is.
Well, because I'm more of a linear guy, I feel like I had a lot more to think about. Like,
that's fair.
I mean, I don't always have guns to my head with people asking me like what my favorite linear is, but you know, I get a little frazzled when people put guns to my head and talk about keyboards. Like, why? I'll talk about keyboards without the gun. Put it down.
But if you haven't watched the review, I mean, it's something I worked on. I hope you guys enjoy it. That's about it. I hope it was informative and at least somewhat entertaining. I am, always working on improving my production values of my stuff. Yes, I know, guys. I will get a device to have smoother panning and trucking shots. I promise. Black Friday is around the corner. I will get something.
Yes.
That group buy for the Time TKL is ending tomorrow. So if you're undecided, maybe watch my review and that will help you decide on if you should check it out and get it.
Yes. So in that same vein, while you guys are on that YouTube channel, because you should be subscribing to our YouTube channel anyways, you can check out Huey's newest series, Which Switch. He just put out episode 1 that covers a little bit about how mechanical key switches work. It's meant to be a very kind of, beginner friendly approach. And he did a really good job on this, and he's got those big switches for demonstration, which help out a lot.
Shout out to Mike at Novel Keys for providing those. They're super useful in like showing people the parts of how a switch works, because later in the video I also did like a microscope USB shot with the click jacket, and like that. While it was really helpful, I have a USB microscope. It's still not like as accurate or as easy to really tell as a giant switch.
Yeah, but bottom of the line is this series is going to be pretty awesome. You guys should definitely subscribe and check it out. And Huey put out the first episode.
Yeah, so big thing about that is I know a lot of people are looking forward to episode 2. If you don't know, episode 2 is going to be how to read and interpret force curve graphs, because I know that's a big thing in the community. Whenever a new switch comes out, whenever you need to research any switch, the force curve graph is always one of the best things to look at, and a lot of people sometimes will need help analyzing or interpreting them. So my next episode will be just about how to read and analyze those, but after that I'll be covering a lot of different kind of switches. And if there's any kind of switch that you want me to cover, comment on the videos, let me know in the Discord. I'm working out a schedule on which switches to go in what order depending on the popularity of the switch and whatnot, because some people want to know about certain switches like navies, the thicker click ones, as opposed to like an MX Black, right? There are some switches that are obviously going to be more popular, so let me know what you think you want to see next in that series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
Someone who is showing us what they've got is Cucumbers,
That's a phenomenal username, by the way. Yeah,
phenomenal.
Really, really good.
Who has started KBDrenders.com, an automatic 3D rendering service for keycap designers, promising renders within 24 hours. That's a great turnaround time, B-dubs. So a lot of people will probably really like this. I know a lot of people really enjoy designing keycap sets, and we've talked about it before. Keyboard editor, the colors are completely horrible. Some people, a lot of people, like, Thesis Camper and whoever else, charge quite a bit for renders at a time, and sometimes they're not available because they're working on so many other renders. So this is kind of another option in that marketplace for if you're a keycap designer, you need a render to show off a new idea you have while it's in the interest check phase. Cool. It's a thing. Let's check out the website. I haven't even gone to the website yet, have I? Yes, I have. So you can order renders. They have samples as well. IMO, the samples look pretty nice. Have you seen these renders? The sample ones?
Yeah, I did check them out. That's pretty good, honestly. Fairly high quality renders.
Yeah. Got that reflection on that M65 too. So that is pretty cool. So if you're in this market, check it out. You just need to email and attach a JSON file.
Yeah. And hopefully you can take advantage of it now while it's still free, so he doesn't have to. Yeah. Because he says it's free for now, though you might have to charge if the server cost gets out of hand. So if this blows up, then people are probably going to be paying for it. So get in while you can, I guess.
He does an SA and GMK profiles, and you can choose how to render on an M65 or a Tech 80, which is a TKL with win keyless blockers. Cool.
Gotcha.
Cool. Okay. Moving on to our last news topic is the Deskthority 2017 awards. Awesome possum.
Did we get nominated this time?
I don't think so.
Darn.
Right?
Oh well.
There's a lot of categories. There's the Deskthority Award, the Ping Award, Best Keycaps, Best Key Switch, Best Vintage Keyboard or Relic, Best Input Device, Best Other Input Device, Best Project or Innovation, and Best Modern Keyboard or Company. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Last year we got nominated and we did not win, of course.
I was surprised we got nominated last year, to be perfectly honest.
What does it take to be nominated? Is it just like one person? One person just has to do
I'm
it?
pretty sure it was Bektor.
Oh man, that feels even stupider then. Who won last year? Was it Zeal?
For what, for our category we were in, like community thing? I don't know.
Hmm.
But yeah, Deskthority Awards have been going on for a few years now. You guys should check it out to vote for these categories, or even to check out things you might have not known before. Deskthority is a much smaller community compared to the behemoths that are RMK and Geekcac, but they're still a great wealth of information, especially if you're into vintage boards or other input devices. Would recommend checking them out at any rate.
And if you feel like nominating us, go ahead, I guess, and then maybe you guys could vote for us. I don't know.
I don't know what kind. We wouldn't. I don't think there's a category for us.
Well, it'd be best project. Maybe, I don't know. Best modern keyboard or company. Top Clack's kind of a company. Kind of.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that.
I don't know.
But you guys should check it out. All the winners get these awesome wingnut trophies that are, in fact, keycaps.
Pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet.
Clack Factory wingnut. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Come on, guys. Get us this wingnut.
And that is it for the new... Oh, look at us, Brian. Keeping on time. We're 10 minutes
oh my God.
early. Ahead of schedule.
We're ahead of schedule. This is nuts. More time for Q&A.
But we still have a discussion.
There you go.
So I'm going to move on to our discussion Pointerino after I can switch OBS to the right scene. Discussion, I want everyone to be involved, even if you're not American, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. And one of the things about Thanksgiving, other than being thankful for the food you hopefully get to eat on Thanksgiving, crazy enough, is just what are you thankful for? And I want to put this in the context of the hobby and the community within RMK, Geekcac, Deskthority, within all the vendors, within all the customs, your group buy runners, the key sets. What are you thankful for? I am thankful for Top Clack's growth this year and us going places.
Yeah, I am more than thankful for Top Clack and how it's been going. I am thankful for Hako switches.
Oh, bless.
I am always forever thankful of GMK Keycaps.
You know who I'm also thankful for, Brian? I'm thankful for our sponsors. Let's do some plugs.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And then we'll actually do other thankful things and see what the community is also thankful about. If you're in chat, tell us what you're thankful about this last year in keyboards. We want to know. We want to talk about it. Crazy.
That wasn't even planned.
But while we are waiting for what you're thankful, and we're thankful for Novel Keys. Mike at Novel Keys is a wonderful guy. He's probably put out the most unique switches this year, really pushing forward the box line. I don't think box switches would be anywhere near as popular in the enthusiast community without Mike's work alone.
Agreed. He's also putting out the biggest switches around.
Pre-order was $20, I believe. $25 when they go into retail. Or 20.
I think it's 25 and 30 respectively.
Yeah, sorry. 25 pre-order, $30 retail for these giant switches. Come in really cool packages and will come with giant keycaps. Nice and awesome. Would highly recommend checking them out, as well as all the other keys. I mean, I'm about to do 2 builds next week. I think Brian, you have 1 or 2 builds next week as well.
Depending on when USPS wants to give me my things, yes.
But we have builds coming up. I'm gonna be hitting up Mike, be like, hey, I need to buy some awesome novel key switches. Would highly recommend. We've been using a lot of his switches for a lot of builds when we're not using
promo code TopClack.
Oh, TopClack for that. How much % off?
5% off your total order for everything. So, Also, major shout outs to Z Frontier for helping us in a lot of ways. They are doing lots of things for us. They are sending us review samples, like they gave us the Time TKL. and they gave us the Alpha X2, so we could check both of them out and review them
So
for
I
you
want to
guys.
say to people in chat, like, why, one of the reasons that Z Frontier is really, really awesome. So as you all know, they sent me the Time TKL for my review. It was already on its way to me before they told me, would you like to review the Time TKL? It was kind of thing that just happened. Hey, Huey, what do you think of the Time TKL? Oh, I really like it. Do you think I could get a review copy to review? Here's your tracking number. Wait, it's already processed? What?
Yeah, Z Frontier is really on top of stuff. They do a really good job.
They are amazing.
We're very thankful for them. Make sure to check out DSA Peach and the Alpha X2 group buy going on over at Z Frontier. Both cool products, and yeah, supporting our partners is good. Is good. We like them.
Last, certainly
not
like least, Input Club. Thankful for giving us opportunity for these Hako switches and previously Halo switches as well. Input Club's been really, really hitting it hard with working with the community, helping me out with the NorCal meetup, working together with that. They're just a great sponsor. Great drinkers, great purveyors of artisanal bread.
They're adequate drinkers. We never like really drank. We just like had some whiskey, you know.
4 bottles is some whiskey.
We'll correct that when Input Club comes over to Seattle, though.
That's the game plan. But check out the Hako switches that they have. Would really recommend. Clears or trues, both great options. We talked about it earlier in the show, so I don't want to go too much on about it. They're also the ones that are behind those top Clack shirts Brian is wearing. Without them, they wouldn't be available so quickly. I believe there are shipping as well.
A lot of people have already received them, so that's good to hear. They're still available. $20. $20. You got lots of different sizes. The color that's in the picture here on the link is actually incorrect. It's a heather gray like I'm wearing here. This is the color you will get. So I like it a lot better than like the white, but totally worth mentioning. And of course, we got our top Clack colorways here. We got all the gray and the gold and the Marseille blue.
Is specifically our Marseille blue. Speaking of our Frenchmen, shout out to Outrage Pudding, another wonderful member of this community. I am thankful for helping us with all of our art stuff. Amazing. So Brian, what are people in chat really thankful for?
All right. Let's see. What have you guys been thankful for? I gotta scroll up a little bit.
Meowgo11. Yeah, I'm also thankful for all the people I've met at meetups. Meetups this year have been really popping. The Seattle meetup you guys held in the summer, that was great. NorCal meetup, great. There have been an explosion of meetups this last year.
I totally forgot that like 2 episodes ago, someone named Grandma's Lube. You got the Grandma's Lube account because I don't remember, what exactly did you say? Oh man, I don't remember that scenario, but that was really funny. Kudos to whoever got the Grandma's Lube Twitch username. That's great.
Oh man.
Andrew says, "I'm thankful that Brian and Huey are super cool." Oh man.
So are you, buddy.
You're too wholesome for this stream.
Ophidios says this is his first year in keyboards, and he's thankful for all the people he's met, talked to, and hung out with. We're thankful you've joined this hobby, and we hope you really enjoy it, like Brian and I have, for the years that we've been in here. First.
It's like dogs like fighting outside my window.
Oh, nice, you.
I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully you can't. Payway is great. Says, I'm thankful for all the cool peeps who gave me a sweet deal on most of my Kibuto purchases. Someone recently sold me their cold steel Kibuto. Right on. And then Baby Feets also says, shout out for good transactions on Mech Market.
Definitely something to be thankful for.
Nice. Andrew says, I'm thankful that we didn't burn down Nest HQ during the meetup. That would have actually been bad.
I wonder if I can talk about... Nah, it's okay. I won't talk about it on stream. The 4:30 p.m. event.
which is pretty funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
But
In
probably
hindsight,
talking about.
Donut Cables is thankful for working with Z Frontier, doing a wonderful job proxying Royal Alpha.
All right. All right. Well, let's head on over to our Q&A here. You can, of course, continue to tell us what you're thankful of, but we will get the ball rolling for Q&A here. Try to keep it half an hour or less.
If you have a question, feel free to tag us at TopClack, and Brian will look at your question and read it out.
That's right. Maybe even centrally if you're really lucky. Ashing Fire says, I'm thankful for the amazing Reddit vendor who designed my personal custom, which is in production right now. Your personal customs? It's like a one-off? That's impressive.
Very nice-oo.
It's very cool, yeah. Melodit says, I'm thankful that I've managed to not go broke in this hobby yet. I wish I could say that, but I have gone broke. This name is... The contrast is so bad.
Highlight it.
I know, I had to. Christmas Cane says, I'm thankful for my cute doggy Clover. Hell yeah, man.
Dude, Clover's so cute.
Is he?
It's the that person's in our Discord, and Clover is
Oh,
on
yeah.
their profile pic.
Oh, man. I'll have to look at that. All right. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name. Virimir says, I'm thankful for finding this new addiction and money sink. I hope you'll be saying the same thing in a year or two. AvidUser2 asks, what are you guys buying at Black Friday? Will you queue for the Walmart Bull Rush? I'll probably be getting absolutely nothing on Black Friday.
I will be working on Black Friday, RIP, and in addition to working on Black Friday, I will be looking for, though,
A slider for your camera?
No, not a slider. I'm going past that. Instead of a slider, I'm going to be getting a 3-axis gimbal for my camera.
Sounds fancy.
That's the plan.
Yep. Trying to up that top clack quality as usual.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to have a 4K webcam today, but they decided not to deliver it yet. Oh well. What else we got here? Morning Coffee says, please tell me why I should get a heavy linear switch instead of a heavy tactile in my new board. Brass plate, by the way. You should get linears because linear are better. Especially on brass plates. I like linears on brass. That's pretty good. I don't know, man. Get both.
Get both.
Put linears on your alphas and tactiles on your mods, man. Throw caution to the wind. Don't conform to what other people want you to do. HHKB for Life says, have you tried beam springs? And if so, how much better are they compared to capacitive buckling springs? Yeah, beam springs really good.
I like it a lot better. Yeah. Yeah, would highly recommend.
I don't know if I'd say it's like monumentally better than capacitive buckling spring, because I really like capacitive buckling spring, but I would say it's a little bit better. But probably not worth how much harder it is to find and how much more expensive it normally is.
Yeah.
But that's obviously preference. AvidUser2 asks, why do you think mech keyboard hobby is such a money sink? I've been into audio as well, but was happy with 2 headphones. Well, I mean, that's kind of just perspective. Some people are happy with 1 keyboard. Some people feel the need to have 50 keyboards. And depending on what you're okay with, that's kind of scales with how much money you spend.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things are kind of expensive in this hobby just because we are still very niche in the grand scheme of things. So, we're not, pumping out millions and millions of units in China. The MOQs are always significantly more reasonable for us. Did you see Originative posted about running the VEA2? I have not seen that yet.
He said he would when Originative hosted a LA rooftop meetup in person. He confirmed with a lot of people like he was going to be doing it. So it's kind of been in the talks for a long time if you know the know of who's the who. But yeah, it's coming around the corner.
Yeah. Passion Fire asks, what do you guys think is the best 60 to 67 gram linear lube switch? I need that for my new build. Telios, man. Telios for 67 gram. That's probably what I'd get.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something cheaper, I think the Kale Burgundy is pretty good. That's about.
I say box blacks.
Box blacks, yeah. Box blacks might be a little bit heavier than 67 gram bottom out, but the Kale Burgundies are around like 65-ish, I think. That's what they feel like, at least. So not too heavy. Is the VEA2 a board we're excited about? Not particularly.
Nope.
I think the VEA is kind of cool, but I'd probably never own one.
I would never own one again.
Oh, that's true. You did have one. Wow, I was wondering why we were getting less questions today. Then I realized that we have less viewers than normal today. I wonder if that's just because...
I think it's a Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and we're airing on a day that we don't normally air, and, you know, the only advertising we did for it was an hour beforehand on Reddit. So...
I hope people aren't like, where's Top Clock tomorrow? I finished my dinner early just for Top Clock.
Oh, man. Feels bad.
You can watch the VOD with your family.
Oh yes. Yes. Things don't get delivered on, like, Thanksgiving, right?
No, they do not.
Okay, so I will have to wait even longer for my stuff. Otherwise, I could have done a build stream tomorrow night, because I'll be free tomorrow night. But oh well. This name, why Twitch? Why you do this? Christmas Kane asks, did any of you guys order a 5-degree case from KBDfans? Yes, we both did, actually. Huey got the gray color, if I'm not mistaken, so he should be getting that in the very near future. I got blue, so I'll probably have to wait a little while longer. Josie Brewer asks, why do you guys think there haven't... Oh, it's supposed to be things. Okay, sorry. Why do you guys think there haven't been many custom plastic cases? Is tooling more expensive than CNCing expensive material? It's a good question, actually. The community has a pretty big lack of, like, nice plastic cases, or, you know, acrylic or polycarbonate, which is one of the reasons why I thought the TGR 910 in polycarbonate, it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Especially because it still had a place for the brass weight. You can still put the brass weight on it, so you still get the weight.
You know,
but that's polycarb.
I'm getting a polycarb case soon, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
CP.
No, gone.
Oh yeah.
6%. Yeah. So I'm excited for that, actually. I used to have one, but now I'm getting a new one because I sold my old one.
Yeah. I think a lot of the reasons we probably don't see it is because in terms of material cost, the difference between metal and plastic, I don't think is as big as people think. Like the labor involved in actually CNCing is where, like, the majority of the money comes from. So that'd be my guess, but not 100% certain. Not G10 asks, how did you both become so awesome? So we started something called Top Clack, and we just kind of exponentially became more awesome because of that. And, you know, because people like you guys watch us, that kind of keeps us awesome, which is...
We feed off your life energy to retain our awesomeness. Like,
all right.
like an infinite spirit bomb.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Like Huey and I are like Goku when he's like about to finish off Majin Buu, and you guys are like Earth, like giving us your energy for the spirit bomb. Yeah. Avid User 2 asks a pretty good question, actually. I'm in Europe, so what does the typical American Thanksgiving look like? Typically people will like spend time with their family. Like you'll have like a big family get together, and then you'll have a big feast.
I don't know if this is new, but yeah, typically people have dinner at like between noon and 2 p.m. on Thanksgiving now. I highly disagree with this new trend. Come on, people.
Yeah.
Dinner's dinner. Have it late.
Yeah.
You know? Stuff your face.
Yeah, a very typical American modern Thanksgiving is going to involve stuff like turkey and or ham.
Both.
And then you'll have stuff like mashed potatoes and gravy. You'll have stuffing, like cranberry sauce. Green bean casserole is another very popular.
Mashed potatoes, squash, roasted carrots. People watch football.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of food. Just a lot of food.
Yeah, people eat a lot, and like they just keep eating. And like sometimes you take a nap after you eat, and you get up and you eat more. And then the next day you make like leftover sandwiches and stuff. Like
I'm having
put all your
2
leftovers on a
Thanksgivings
sandwich.
tomorrow. R.I.P.
Oof.
my stomach, dude.
Yeah, I've been there, my friend.
I'm
been
having
there.
one dinner at noon and a dinner at 4.
Ah,
I don't know if that's enough recovery time, but I'm gonna make it happen.
yeah. I think you're American enough, Huey, to make this happen.
It's Asian Thanksgiving, so it's gonna be like chow mein and shrimp rolls and turkey at the same time. It's weird, but it's cool.
But you're Vietnamese. Why don't you have Vietnamese food?
Oh, there are like spring rolls, and then we have
Sure.
shrimp cooked onto sugarcane.
Oh, okay, nice. That sounds pretty Vietnamese.
We have we're gonna have some lobster noodles as well.
Ooh, oof.
Dude,
I might need to hear. I might need to hear more about these lobster noodles.
If you want to
later.
check out these lobster noodles, check out Top Clack's Discord tomorrow on our food channel, and I'm like,
Payway is great asks, how do you make Holy Panda switches? So pretty simple. You take a Panda housing and you take sorry to hit my mic, and a Halo stem, and you put them together. When we use them, we use the stock Panda springs, and for us, those work totally fine. Loving them. But obviously, you could swap out the spring, but you might get a different experience in terms of the tactility. Frostbite A asks, are you guys going to be picking up a GMK laser? That Kobe though,
no.
I'm not going to, but if I did, I would definitely buy Kobe and BlockNet.
Yep.
But buying stuff is overrated right now. Ashen Fire asks, where can I buy the keyboards you guys are planning to get rid of?
Mech Market channel on our Discord.
Yeah, Huey and I, Huey and I definitely use like r/Mech Market and stuff, but typically we give our Discord priority over that. We post there first, and then if we get no bites after a while, we actually put the post up on Mech Market. But that's usually the first place you can find us selling things. So definitely join our Discord if you're not there already. Link is under the stream, as are several other links. Pepe Sylvia asks, do you guys use stock springs? If not, where do you prefer to buy them from? Depends on what switches I'm using. Lately, I've been using a lot of stock springs just because Kale. Just been trying like all the new Kale stuff. So I've been a little bit less concerned with aftermarket springs. I kind of just buy them from wherever. A lot of vendors stock springs now. I actually like just mechanicalkeyboards.com because they usually have the widest range of weights. Though they do tend to be a little bit more expensive. You can head over to a place like, I don't know, let me look at my list right now. Maxkeys has springs. I don't know if Flash Quark has springs. I think Centrac has springs. Tech Keys probably has springs. One Up Keyboards probably has springs. Originative does have springs. So I mean, you have lots of options these days. You just gotta look around. If I recall, I actually looked up once who has the best price per spring, and that was mechkey.com. But yeah, I like mechanicalkeyboards.com just because they have a lot more variety. Frostbite also follows up, asks, Huey, what do you think of the Zeal 60 now that you've had time to play around with it?
Great question. So for those of you who don't know, here's the PCB I'm using on this board is the Zeal 60, hence all those RGs and Bs. I built it with the Hako Trues on my Fial case and a brass plate. But in terms of the Zeal 60 itself, I mean, construction-wise, it was really good. The pads are nice and big. They seem very, very good. So I'm not really worried about like lifting pads when I desolder or anything. So working on the PCB, great. Wonderful stuff. The fact that it's QMK, meh. But that's just because I'm not a QMK kind of guy. So it's more of a fault on myself than using the PCB.
One of these days, we need to get lessons from a QMK master.
I will be
on stream or in a video format.
There might be a Top Clack series on how to QMK in the future. But I have a lot of projects right now. But it's on the pipeline.
We need a QMK for dummies. Us being the dummies.
Yeah, it's in the pipeline, but yeah, it's in the pipeline. That's all I can say.
All right, HHKB for Life asks, did you get the Revo 60% pottery coated case? Thoughts about the quality control? Mine came out great, but seems some people got lemons. So I was supposed to get mine yesterday, and I did not. And then I was supposed to get it today, and then I did not.
And then tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
And then now the tracking notification has updated to pending. So I have no idea when I'm going to receive mine. Hopefully I don't get a lemon. But I guess only time will tell. AvidUser2 asks, what keyboards are you planning to sell? Some free ads here. As of right now, I don't think I'm selling any keyboards in the very near future. But
for me, in the near future, probably my MX Mini, probably my Northgate OmniKey 101 with White Alps, possibly my Duck Viper with an extra PCB and an extra stainless steel plate. And possibly some keycaps as well. GMK, possibly.
AvidUser2 asks, except for 60% boards, what size/layout are you most excited about? TKL?
Yeah.
I guess. I think aesthetically, I think 65% and 75% tend to just always look bad. I don't really like that weird mishmash kind of look.
I like 75% when, like, for the 75 SQ I'm waiting on that has the blockers in the function row, so it spaces out that F row, or for the 65%, 65, when they have the blockers separating the arrow keys with the rest, kind of like for the 910, or for like the CA66 with the blocker in the corner and the cool badge. I like it when they have ideas like that rather than like, let's just slap all the keys together.
Yeah, I agree. I get that it's more functionality, and obviously more keys is always going to mean more functionality. That's kind of just how it works usually, and to a certain point. But I prefer aesthetics. So I would say TKLs answer that question. I like the classic, elegant look of a TKL, especially with win keyless blockers, win keyless bottom row, stepped caps lock, stuff like that. I think it looks very classic. Yes, Huey, thank you. The Count of Tuscany, awesome username, asks, have you had a chance to check out the BKE Redux domes? Which do you prefer? Yes, I typed on boards with both of those domes at the NorCal meetup. I think they're both good. I think I like the light a little bit more because the heavy is probably a little too fatiguing for me in the long run. I think the light ones will be more popular. It's more akin to the weight of like 55 gram Topra, so it's not too overbearing, but like it's just right. Ashing Fire asks, I have two GH60 that I accidentally lifted the pads off of. Anything I can do to it? Yeah, absolutely. You could run jumper wires. Usually what I try first is I will try to, it's so hard to explain, like, just talking about it, but like I run a jumper wire from the switch. Wait, no. The switch pad to the diode for that switch. Because that will also supply... I'm really bad at talking about this stuff, but because I usually just like do it, like nobody asks me about it. But yeah, you can run jumper wires. We can help you with that if you go into our Discord, and you can ask for help around there, and I can help you more, and other people can help you. But yeah, all you need is like some insulated wire, pretty cheap, and then you run it from your diode to the switch. switch pin. It's a lot easier than it sounds. Morning Coffee asks, didn't Robot Maxtron push QMK a lot when he was on a while back? Yeah, he's a QMK guru. I think he's still one of the curators for like all the QMK stuff. Yeah. Dib Dubious asks, if you could only use one switch, why would it be Topra? Because Topra.
Because Topra is Bay.
Yeah, man. Melodit asks, with the Norbaforce case coming out, is a similar case for an HHKB theoretically possible?
Yes and no. It's different because the HHKB is case mounted. The Real Force has its own separate plate that's separate from the case, while the HHKB, let me pull mine out right here. The plate is a part of the top case.
Integrated,
yes. It is the same thing.
It's definitely theoretically possible. But
Rama's working on one.
Yeah, it has to be kind of a different design to account for that, because all the, for the Nova Touch and for the Real Force and the FC660C, those all have separate steel plates for the slider housings. They don't actually have an integrated plate, which is, why it's easier to design cases for them, because you can just reuse that stuff.
There you guys go. That's what it looks like.
Nachi10 says, PCB fixing episode, how to run jumper wires. Yes, that would actually be a really good episode. Jumper wires are very helpful when you lift pads. The Count of Tuscany says, why is the Nova Touch so overlooked among Topra keyboards? Is it because it's discontinued? Kinda, yeah. I mean, once upon a time, that was like the go-to Topra board, because you could find them for like $110 shipped on Neck Market, because everyone had them and they were still being produced, and they were like $140 brand new. So if someone wanted to sell them aftermarket, it had to be like quite a bit tasty for people to actually bite there. So they had to sell it quite a bit under $140, $150. So you often saw them for, $100 to $120, and people were just buying them up because they could use their MX key sets on their Topra boards. So I think it's still a popular Topra board. It's just you don't see them as often anymore because it's harder to see them. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people still have them. Like, there's still a lot of them like in circulation in the community. But yeah, discontinuing them obviously did not help there. All right, seems like a pretty good spot to wrap up. Do a few last minute plugs and head out here.
Yeah. Speaking of last minute plugs, I have nothing that would segue with that. But you guys should check out our Discord that we always rave about. A lot of cool people in our Discord, including yours truly. Yes. We also have T-shirts for sale. We also have a website, topclack.com, where we post all of our latest and greatest content. We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/topclack, for all of our wonderful videos that we'll be releasing, like the recent Time TKL review and Witch Switch episode 1 that I released recently on the channel. More reviews and typing sounds and other content will be coming soon to the channel. We're always updating and hanging out.
Yeah.
Special thanks to our sponsors once again: Z Frontier, Input Club, Novel Keys, all great sponsors. You should check out them and their products. Novel Keys for great Switch selection, Input Club for great Hako switches, and I think they're also
and group buys. Lots of group buys going on.
Yes, they have the key sets for the new Berserk on Kono.store. They also host our t-shirt. And Z Frontier, who is having the Time TKO group buy running, and tomorrow, and the Alf group buy X2 just started. Also run a lot of key sets and have a lot of things stocked on their store as well. And they even subtitle parts of Top Clack in Chinese for the Chinese audience.
Yeah.
So, ni hao ma.
No, they've been great actually. I think we probably said this once, but according to Twitch statistics, China went from like not even being a country that watches us to being our second most viewed country. So pretty big there. That was really cool to find out. So they've been helping us get Top Clack over to China, and we've been trying to help them out with as much stuff as we can. Everyone just says forward, big brother. Forward, big brother. You know it, man. I love being the foreign big brother. Anyways, check out all those links I put in there. Make sure you join our Discord and sub to our YouTube. It's all free. Come on. You want to do it. You want to.
And feel free to subscribe to us if you have Twitch Prime via Amazon Prime. If you don't know who to support of all the Twitch channels you watch, why not maybe throw it our way? Every little bit helps get us new equipment like the 3-axis gimbal I hope on getting, Brian's webcam that we got recently. It helps fund build streams, it helps fund giveaway content, giveaway items, and reviews as well. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we will not have an episode because tomorrow's episode is done tonight.
You just watched it.
Or you might be watching it again on Thanksgiving if you're bored, or don't want to hang out with your in-laws or something. I don't know your family. But we'll see you next week on the 30th, where we'll have an episode back to the normal schedule every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific.
We'll probably have a guest too.
Get
back to having a guest.
Yeah. Until then, everyone, stay classy and roll intro.
Everything's an outro if you believe hard enough, Huey.